Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of ExcelR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. ExcelR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concepts. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with ExcelR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank ExcelR for being a part of it.
very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later from our college, I get to know about ExcelR and I enrolled in ExcelR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they're not only focusing on study, they're also conducting different exams to test our knowledge, and as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, ExcelR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across ExcelR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped. So I came to the ExcelR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, ExcelR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Vikas is teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you, ExcelR, for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for ExcelR for teaching us.
Hello guys, I'm Vikram Mahajan and I'm studying in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology College, and I came across a training program which was mobile app development using Flutter, which was given to us by ExcelR Solutions. I came across this program through my college faculty, who told us about this program, that it is a very good course and you should enroll in this course. So I enrolled in this course, and initially I felt really good about this course because they started everything from a very basic point of view, that even if someone who doesn't know anything about Flutter or anything about mobile app development can also learn the same way the ones who know about it are learning. So no student was left behind and everyone was given equal attention. All the doubts throughout the course were cleared. And if we had any questions also, we were like, the trainer was also ready to stay for a longer time than it was scheduled, even for the sake of doubts. So that shows how important the students are to them. So it was a really good experience with ExcelR's program, and by the end of the training program, I was able to develop my own application. And through the development also, there was another point. So our sir taught us about how we can connect our own mobile phone to our laptop and write code in our laptop, and you can see the output in your phone, which was really creative and interesting for me. I felt really good about that. So in the end, I developed my own mobile application. I showed it to my mother, I showed it to my friends. I felt really good about it. So I would really suggest ExcelR. I would recommend it to all my friends to take courses from here, as they focus on the children, focus on the students, and they focus on what's necessary, that is the students' doubts gets cleared and everything else. So today I came down to the ExcelR office to collect my certificate. So I got to know about what other courses ExcelR is offering. It included data analysis, data analyst, social media marketing, and full stack Java, and many more courses which were interesting, and they gave us an insight of how everything happens. And they take you through the course from the starting of the course to the end, and what next, that is placements as well. How you should be going into the interviews and how you should be approaching to companies, your resume building, and there were so many things which ExcelR is going to help you in, and they are ready to give you all the knowledge required even if you are a beginner. So I really felt good about this visit, and I would really recommend ExcelR to everyone who's listening to this, and also to all my friends, that I had a very good experience with ExcelR, and I would suggest you to experience the same. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Satish and I am from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology. I am here to share my experience about ExcelR program. I took part in the ExcelR program that was conducted in the last month about the mobile app development using Flutter. What I liked the most about this session was the trainer started from the scratch. That means even the beginner who don't know about the basics of the program, even they can learn the most from this program. It gave me hands-on experience by developing a project which was the final outcome. Thank you ExcelR for giving me this opportunity, and I would also recommend all my friends to take part in the ExcelR programs. Thank you.
My name is Tasneem. I'm the Senior Manager at 98 Percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with ExcelR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time we would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at ExcelR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what ExcelR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident, and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and ExcelR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Good evening, all. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're
So we will
audible.
start the session. Yeah, thank you, sir. You can start the session, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening, Nilesh. Good evening, everyone. Just let me know if I'm clearly audible to you.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Thank you, Nilesh. Thank you. Means a lot. All right. So yesterday we were discussing about solidity. Okay. We learned something. Okay, which I guess already knew. Already everyone knew that. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. So yesterday we were discussing about data types. Okay, we have integer, we have float, we have bool, we have string. All right. Similarly, I told you that in Solidity we use UINT, or which is known as unsigned integer, that starts with number 0 and we can go up to infinity. All right. Okay. So today let's see a concept which is known as mapping. You know what mapping is? Anyone? What is mapping? What is a mapping? Anyone? Is my screen visible? In programming, Nilish, mapping or a key value pair. I don't know if it's available in other languages by the name mapping, right? A key value pair. What is a key value pair? Okay, yeah, I think it's present in JavaScript, right? Okay, so I think my screen is visible to everyone. Yes, it is. Yes. Okay. So today we'll see the concept of mapping. So mappings is a data structure which is used for storing key value pair. What is a key value pair? What is a key value pair? I'll take a very easy example. Just imagine 20 to, I think, yeah, 10 to 20 years back, how we humans used to store the number, the contact number. Okay. We used to have telephones. All right. Suppose I called someone, I called Nilesh. All right. So what Nilesh will do? Nilesh will open his telephone directory and he will just write Mantavya and Mantavya's corresponding number, which is, let's say, 112233 blah blah blah. Okay, this is my number. So Nilesh has saved it. All right. Similarly, there will be other person. Okay, let's say there's a person Alice. Okay, and Nilesh will store Alice number as well. Let's say it's 989 blah blah blah. Okay, so you see, we are mapping two things here. We are mapping two different things here. Okay, that Mantavya and his number, Alice and her number. So this is what a mapping is. Okay, this is what a mapping is. And this is the example on how humans used to do. Okay, on how, sorry, on humans used to map numbers, sorry, names with their numbers. Okay, in the telephone directory. Okay, if you guys have, you can see it. Okay, so this is the same concept. This is the same concept. If you see, Alice or Mantavya belongs to string, right? We all belong to string. Mantavya is a string. I mean the name. Okay. On the other side, this number, this contact number belongs to UINT. This contact number belongs to UINT. That means we are mapping two different data types together. Okay, you can map you can map same data types as well. Okay, but in our example we are mapping two different data types together. Okay, which is string to UINT, which is string to uint, and this is really important in Solidity. In every other code you will see this, the mapping concept. Now if I write its syntax, so this is how we write it: mapping, then we write string to uint. Okay, now you know public we have to write. Now we give a name, so I'll just give it a name: contact number of. Contact number of. Why I'm writing of? Because this is how we speak, this is how we humans speak. So contact number of Nilesh, I'll get the number. Contact number of Alice, I'll get her number. Okay, so how do we access it? So this is how we access it. You will see a parenthesis here. Yeah, so this is how we access it: contact number of. Now here you write the key, and you will get the value as the answer. Okay, this is used for storing as well, this is used for accessing as well. So what is key? So contact number of let's say Alice. So what will be the answer? 989 blah blah blah. Okay, I'm assuming you guys are getting what I'm trying to say. Okay, so contact number of Alice, and then we'll get the answer. Okay, now suppose a month later, Nilesh wants to contact me. So what Nilesh will do? Nilesh will open his diary, open his telephone registry, and look for my name. As soon as he see my name, okay, what he'll able to get to know that there's a number associated with the name Mantave. Okay, and that number is just a contact number of Mantave. Okay, suppose he's finding Alice, and then Nilesh will get to know Alice number. All right, so this is the concept of mapping here. This is the concept of mapping, which is a data structure used to store a key value pair, key and its corresponding value. All right, I think it's clear. Now, this is widely used in Solidity to retrieve or to access someone's balance. Okay. Let me just show you. All right. So what if I write Mantavya? Suppose Mantavya is having 500 rupees. Okay. Similarly, let's say Alice is having 200 rupees. Okay. Let's say Nilesh is having 300 rupees. Okay. So now what this is? Again, it's a string. And on the other side, we have uint. Okay. Okay. Now I told you that in in smart contract, in blockchain, we have to make the we have to make the names or the identity of the person anonymous. Okay, and for that what we use our addresses. If you remember, we use our address, which is just a public key. Okay, so this is how we write. So instead of writing Mantev, I'll write address. Suppose it's address 1 has 500 rupees. This should be first. Okay, address 2 belongs to, let's say it's 200 rupee. Okay, and let's say address 3, which is again 300 rupee. Now guys, I forgot to tell you, but there's another data type in Solidity which is known as address. Like we have uint, like we have string, like we have bool. Similarly, we have something which is known as address here. Okay, so what we are doing, we are linking address to what? uint. Okay, we are linking address to uint. So this is what we are saying. And how do we write it? So this is how we write. We write mapping address to uint. Okay, public balances off. Okay, now I'll show you on Remix ID. And this is how we'll create a program, we'll create our own distributed wallet. Okay, slowly and slowly. Learning every concept. Okay. So I'll create a new file. I'm giving it a name wallet.sol. Okay. I'll just copy paste something. Okay, these two things. I'm really lazy for it. Okay, now I'll write contract wallet, or I'll say distributed wallet. Okay, now what I'll do? I'll use this mapping address to UINT. Then I'll write public balances of. Okay, a very simple thing, a very easy very easy syntax. Now, how do we store the value? So I'll create a function to store balance. I'm creating a function. Okay. Now what you have to take? You have to take amount to be stored. So I'm writing amount, uint underscore amount. Then I'm writing public. Okay. And what I'm doing, just remember balances of address. Okay, we have to take address as well. Okay, equal to or plus equal to and underscore amount. Now you have to take address as well, right? So we'll take an address as well. So instead of address, I'll write owner. So what is a owner? It's an address. So I'll write address owner or underscore owner. Okay, so I'll write underscore owner. Okay, a very simple function we have written. Now suppose if you want to access it, now there are two ways. Again, you can use directly the mapping, or you can use a function. I'll show you in both way. Suppose I create a function to view balance. Okay, to view balance, and I'm taking address here, address underscore owner, because again, address is the value. So we have to take it. Okay, so we'll get the answer. Again, I'll write public. Now I'll write view, because we are just viewing the message. I'll explain what this view is. Okay, public view returns, and what are we returning? We are returning UINT, the number. So what we are doing, we are just have to say that return balance of whom? The owner. Okay, balances of. Okay, so this is what we have done right now. Now I'll compile it. It's compiled successfully. Now I'll go here. I'll deploy it. Okay, you can see right now it's 100. Everyone is 100. Okay, now I'll deploy the code. Once it is deployed, you can see it's 99.99 something. Now if you open it here, the UI part, see, now you have two things here which are similar. Balance is often to view balance are the same thing, because they are giving the same output. Okay, let's first store the balance. Okay, let's say I want to give this address some amount 05B3. So what I'll do, I'll copy it. You can see there's an option to copy. I'll copy it. I'll go there. I'll go down. I'll just paste the address, and let's say I want to give 500. Okay, and I'm doing a transaction. Transaction is done. You can see it's green here. There's no error. All right. Now let's check. Now there are two ways again. If you can see in this way also, you just paste the address balance of. This is this one, because we have made it public. So that's why it's visible here. Balance is off. As soon as I click it, you can see 500. Now this function also do the same thing. If I write 500, sorry, not 500, sorry. I'll just paste the address, and you will see it's 500 again. Okay. So this is the same thing. Okay. So what you can do is make it as private. If you want to create a function of it, the best thing is to create a function. Okay. Instead of directly viewing it from the data type, which is mapping, you can create a function to view it. Much better. All right. Okay. So this is what we have done. What we have created, we created a distributed wallet. It's not completed, but what we have seen right now, that now user, let's say I'm a user, I want to get some amount. Okay, so I can get some amount here. I can view my balance as well. So this is what we have done right now. Okay. All right. Now, now, now guys, there's a concept which is known as MS message. I'm rubbing this thing. Okay. You will find everything inside the book. Okay. Now, suppose this is smart contract. Suppose this is smart contract, guys. This is smart contract. Now, smart contract has its own contract address. So I'll just write it here, contract address. Okay, this is known as contract address. Now, if you remember, we have various addresses 05B3, 04B2, then we have 0AB, something like this. Okay. If you guys, okay, I'll show you again. See, we have here. Yeah, see, 05B3, 0AB8, 04B2, 0787. There are various. Okay, there are various. So these are known as externally owned account. They are known as externally owned account. This is known as contract address, and they are known as externally owned account, which is owned by you, me, okay, everyone. Now everyone is having 100 ether. Everyone is having 100 ether. Everyone is having 100 ether. Now, when we compile this smart contract using this address, okay, so that means this address has called the smart contract. This means that this address, the externally owned address 05B3, has called it. Okay, it has called the smart contract. Okay, so this is known as msg.sender. The account that is calling the smart contract or is calling a function or anything inside a smart contract is known as msg.sender. So this 05B3 is a msg.sender here. 05B3 is the msg.sender here. Okay. Okay. This is known as msg.sender. All right. Now I'll show you in the code. Now, if you see here in the function to store balance, okay, that means now I don't have to take address.owner here because we have a direct concept which is known as msg.sender. So instead of taking address here, what I'll just write inside this owner part, I'll just write msg.sender. msg.sender. It will automatically fetch. This is the address. Who is calling it. Okay, so the address who is calling it is known as msg.sender. I hope it's clear. Okay. Similarly here, to view balance, we don't need this address owner to take separately as a user input. What we can do is we can just directly type msg.sender. msg.sender. Now I'm running the program again. Okay, I have compiled it. I'll cross the old one. Okay. The fees is already consumed of the previous code. Now I'll deploy it again. Now once it is deployed, now you guys can key. I don't have to copy the addresses now. What I can do, the address you select will become msg.sender because then they will be calling the smart contract or any other function there. Okay. So right now, suppose I'm choosing this one 0AB8. See, they have provided all these addresses because you can simulate. Because suppose I created a smart contract where at least I need 10 people. So I can simulate 10 people. Okay. To test my smart contract. Okay. So I'm now switching to this address 0AB8. Suppose this belongs to Nilesh. So I'm Nilesh right now. Okay, 0AB8. Now this becomes msg.sender. So what I'll do, store balance, how much I want to give, 400. As soon as I click it, it's done. Now I'll do view balance. It will show 400. It will show 400. Okay. Now suppose I added more, 500. Now it will show 900. Why? Plus equal to. I hope everybody knows what plus equal to is, or should I explain? Okay, I'll go through it. Okay, now suppose this third address also wants some address. Now I'm becoming a new person. Let's say this is Gayatri. Okay, I'm Gayatri now. Okay, now this 4B2 is Gayatri. Now Gayatri wants 500 rupees, or let's say 800. Done. To view balance, now it's the 800 because now it's talking about msg.sender, which you can see here. msg.sender is the address who is calling the smart contract, or who is calling the function inside the smart contract. Are you guys getting me? Okay. Okay. So this is really helpful. You don't have to write, or you don't have to copy addresses again and again and again. Just use msg.sender. Just use msg.sender. I hope it's clear. Okay. Now, listen to this very carefully, guys. Now, in this example, you can see we are providing unlimited money because it's just a value created inside a smart contract. 800, I could give 1 lakh to someone, but because that's not a real currency. We are just creating on our own. UINT, it could be 1 lakh, 1 crore, it could be 400 as we have taken here. Okay. But suppose if we want to use the real ether here, I mean, again, see, it's not the real ether, it's the simulated ether. But again, suppose if we want to use these ethers, 199.99 or 100, inside the smart contract, then we have another concept here. Okay, now let's see it again on the whiteboard. I hope it's visible. So msd.sender can use suppose msd.sender wants to use this 100 ether. Let's say they want to use some ether inside the smart contract. Okay, for that they will use something which is known as msg.value. msg.value. It's the actual ether. It's not the actual ether, but the simulated ether. But again, just imagine they are the real ether. Okay, suppose if we want to use real ether inside the smart contract, then we will be using msg.value. Okay, the account which is the msd.sender now is using msg.value to insert some of the ethers inside the smart contract. So now we'll go back to Remix again, and right now we are taking random amount. Now we'll take it msg.value. We'll now take msg.value. Okay. Now you guys can imagine the smart contract is a deposit machine or an ATM machine. Suppose I have 1 lakh rupees cash in my hand. So this is what these 100 ethers are, or 99 point. Okay, I'm just talking about this 787 right now. Okay, suppose this 100 ether, you can imagine I have 1 lakh rupees in my hand. Now I want to deposit, let's say 50,000 inside my ATM. Now I'll transit. I want to deposit 50 ether inside my contract out of 100. So okay, so the same thing it is. Now you can imagine that this smart contract acts as a ATM machine. Now we will be depositing. Okay, we'll be doing the deposit. All right, so let's do it. I'm taking this 99, or I'll take this 05B3 only. Why to waste? Okay. Now to store balance, it's not an actual word. The actual word is deposit. Okay, the actual word is deposit. You are depositing some amount. Now instead of UINT amount, I'll take I'll go with msg.value. msg.value. Now again. Now if you are using msg.value again, you have to apply a keyword which is known as payable. What is payable? Payable, having the ability to pay. Having the ability to pay. So that means this 5B3 address has the ability to pay. So it's a payable. All right. Now I'll go to remix again. So what I'll do? I'll write public payable. Public payable. Okay. So this is what we are doing. Public payable. All right. Now I'll run the smart contract. I'll delete the old one. Okay. Now I'll do it. Just see it. I'll do the compilation. Compilation done. Now I'll go and deploy it. Once deployed, now you must be thinking, sir, how do we take the deposit? How do we take the value? How do we take the value? So this is how we take it. Can you see value here? Can you see value here? Value section. Okay, now you have option as well. 5, you can choose way, you can choose G way, you can use penny, you can use ether. I'm using ether, right? Ether. Suppose I want 20 ether. I want 20 ether out of 100. Out of 100. Now see. Now I'll do the deposit. I'll do the deposit. Deposit done. Now you can see it's remaining 79.99. 79.99. Out of 1 lakh, I have deposited 50,000 into my ATM. So I am remaining with 50,000 only. Similarly, I was having 99. I have deposited 20 in my smart contract. Remaining is 79.99. Okay. Now, you guys can see it here as well. See, balance 20 ether. So this is the balance of the smart contract. Okay, now, but we have used mapping to store balance. So if you just go to view balance, you will see. Now why it's showing 2 and 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, because it's showing in way. It is showing in way. It is showing in way. Okay, and what is way? 1 ether is equals to how much way? 10 to the power 18 way. So if you guys can count it, there are 18 zeros here. But it could be 19 here. It could be 19 because we have 20. So 20 and then 10 to the power 18. 20 and 10 into 10 to the power 18. I hope you guys are getting what I'm trying to say. So it is showing in way right now. All right. So this is it. This is it. Now suppose another person, let's say this one, wants to deposit 50. What we'll do? We'll write 50. Now we'll do deposit. Now you can see it's 70 here. It's the total amount in the smart contract. Okay. Now if you check the balance, it's 50. Now if you go above, you will see it would be, oh, sorry. If you go above, you will see it would be around 49 point something. See, 49.999999. Clear? Clear? 49.999999. Okay. I hope it's clear. All right. So this is what we have done right now. Now suppose we created a function to convert way into ether. Suppose I don't understand what this 2000000 means. So what I can do, I create a function. I will create a function to to convert way into ether. So let's create it. Very, very interesting. Function change way to ether. Way to ether. Okay. What I have to take? I have to take some value. I'll write uint amount. And then I'll write public pure. Now we got a new concept, a new keyword here, which is pure. Public pure returns. And what we have to return? We have to return uint. Now let's understand what is the difference between view and pure. Very, very interesting concept. For that, I'll create a table. We have view, we have pure. Okay. Oh my God. Wait. Actually, I'm a left-handed guy, so that makes it really difficult me to draw something. Yeah. Okay. Now there are two things here. Read, write. Read and write. All right. Now, just focus here right now. I'll explain in a very by taking a very easy example. Okay. Suppose we have always heard this thing. We have always heard this thing in Hindi that we say कि पूरी रामायण पढ़ ली और हम पूछते हैं और फिर कोई पूछ रहा है कि राम कौन है ना? We have heard this thing. Okay. So what if I give you a book? Let's say it's Ramayana only. I'm giving you a book to read, Ramayana. Okay. Now, once you read that book, once you read the book, I asked you a question. Who was Sita? Who is Ram? Or let's say who is Lakshman? Okay, so you guys can answer it because you just have to read it and then you have to answer me. You will just read it and then you have to answer me. It's like an open book test. It's like an open book test. Okay, okay. So that is the same thing as view. You are just viewing the book and then you are answering me. You are just viewing the book. You are just viewing the book and then answering me. Okay. Now let's come to blockchain. So when we apply this view, so what this view will do, the function will do, function will read the will read the data from the blockchain. It will read the data from the blockchain and will return it accordingly. So we'll see view will able to read the data from the blockchain. View is applied to read the data from the blockchain. I hope it's clear. Okay, you are just reading the Ramayana and giving me the answer. All right. Now, what if I say, can you write something inside the Ramayana? So the answer is no, and it's same with the view. You cannot write here anything. You cannot change anything here. You cannot write something into blockchain. You cannot write something into the blockchain here. Okay. Okay. I think it's clear. So in view, you can just able to read the data from the blockchain, but you cannot write it. All right. And that's why when we were writing here in the smart contract to view balance, view, and we are just returning the balance just by reading the smart contract. So what this function to view balance was doing is it was reading the smart contract and the function was fetching the information. Oh, balance of msg.sender is stored at, let's say, 400. So it will view as 400. So it's just viewing the data from the blockchain. But you cannot write here. All right. I think it's clear. Now let's come to this pure. Okay. Now I'll take this example again. Suppose I gave you Raman to read. Okay. And then what I asked you, give me the answer. Let's say, what is 10 plus 10? What is 10 plus 10? Now, guys, tell me, do you have to read Ramayana to answer this question to me? What is 10 plus 10? What do you think? I'm seeing the chat box. We'll come to that. Okay, we'll come on to investing. Okay, what do you think, guys? Do you have to read the entire Ramayana to just give me an answer 10 plus 10? No, right? No, right? So this is what pure is. Pure means when you're not reading the something from the blockchain. Instead, you are purely returning something as per the demand of the user. What was my demand? 10 plus 10. So what is the answer? 20. So this is purely depend on what user is asking. On what user is asking. Okay. I think it's clear. So in Pure, we don't read from the blockchain. We don't read from the blockchain, and even you cannot write in the blockchain when you use Pure. Clear? I'll explain again. When we use view, it's like you are reading Raman and then asking a question, who is Ram or who is Sri Ram? So you can answer it, okay? Because you were reading the book. The answer lies in the book, lies in the blockchain. But when I say 10 plus 10 after you read a book, so you'll say, I can answer this. I can answer that. I don't have to read any book to answer this question 10 plus 10. So that is what pure is. So pure keyword purely returns the answer as per the requirement set by the user. Okay. Now, when I said we are creating a function, change way to user, so we don't have to read anything from blockchain. We are just giving an input, which is, let's say, amount, a number, and that number has to be transfer. I mean, that, sorry, not transfer, that number has to be converted into ether. Sorry, from way to ether, right? So this is what we'll do now. So what I'll do return, return, return amount divided by 10, 10, how do we write it? 2000, yeah, 10. How do we write power in programming language? I'm not able to recall. I think it's star star. Can anybody help me? How do we write power in programming language? Is it star star? Just let me know. Thank you, Sam. Anyone? 1 by, no, but I have to write 18 zeros. So how will I write 18 zeros? Okay, in C++ we write power. But what's the logic behind the power function? Have you seen that? Okay, because it's just a library we use. No, Nilesh, I think it's not, this thing. Something else, I guess it's double star, as far as I remember. Okay, so I'll write, yeah, it's double star. Now I'm getting it. Double star, I'm just writing 18. That means 10 to the power 18. Okay, so amount divided by 10 to the power 18, it will give me the answer. Okay, so I'll keep it in the bracket. So this is what I'm doing. Nothing else. You're just taking an amount, dividing it by 10 to the power 18, you are getting the answer. Okay, now let's check. I'll compile it. Compiled successfully. I'll remove the old one. I'll deploy it again. Now let's work on this one only. Okay, so it's 79. I'll again take 20. I'll again take 20 ether. And I'll do the deposit. It's 20 ether. Okay, I'll view the value is 20. Now I have to change it. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this thing and I'll just paste it here. So let's say what's the answer. See, it's 20. It's 20. Okay, so here we don't have to make the function to read the entire blockchain. Okay, it will just purely return the answer as per the requirement set by the user. Okay, so this is what pure is. View versus pure. So take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Previously, I was having so doubt. I mean, I was having so confusion when I started Solidity. What is view? What is pure? But by taking a very easy example, everything seems very easy. Okay, just take a screenshot of it, and always remember the example I told you. It will really help you in the future. Taken screenshot. Cool. Okay. Done? All right. Okay, I'll take some question here. Okay, so everybody was telling me about mapping. Okay, I'm really, really sorry, guys. In programming, mapping refers to the act of establishing a corresponding or associated between different entity. Right, guys? Right, Gayatri? Directory, yes. In programming languages, a key value refers to a fundamental data storage and retrieval mechanism where data is organized and accessed in pairs. That's true. Thank you, Gayatri. Yes, data structure. Good evening, sir. I was wondering. So I'll take this question. Okay, okay, I'll take it right now. Can I start a small SIP of like 500 per month in Bitcoin through 26 Go? See, Swam, if you have enough money, if you want to just just try, then you can do it. Okay, otherwise we have other options as well. Okay, if you just want to try an investment, start with mutual fund. Okay, they accept minimum rupees 500 per month, much better because it's safe. Okay, you will not lose your money in coin t6. I mean, in the crypto world, there's a risk. Okay, there's a risk. So if you want to just just play with crypto, then it's fine. Okay, or if you're just a beginner, okay, if you are just a student, so I'll not say okay to invest right now, okay, in crypto, because it's really volatile right now. And wait till Bitcoin collapses again. Okay, right now every currency is moving upward, so it's not a right time, I feel. Okay, long term, yeah, for long term, I this is sure that the crypto market will go up. Okay, if you want to invest, let's say if you really want to invest, you can go for Solana. It's a really good blockchain, you can invest. Okay, even I forgot to invest into it because Solana went up to 24,000 in the month of March or April. Yeah, now then it collapsed due to Trump to 8,000. That was the best time to invest in Solana. I don't know what I did. I waited to to wait for Solana to collapse more. But then again, it started to rise up, and I think it's right now 17,000. So it's again the best time to invest into. Okay, you have to consider the time and everything. All right, because I'll tell from my experience, because when the first boom of crypto came in 2020, okay, everybody was doing really well. I invested I think 2000 rupees at that time. Now it's right now minus 200 or 300. Okay, the thing is, you must invest at the right time. I invested when the market was already up. I invested when the market was already up. So that's something which you don't do. Okay. So I'll suggest, okay, watch some videos. Okay. There's a guy I really like by the name Phenology Finance. Okay. I think the guy name is Pranjal Kamra. Okay, or just try to look on how exactly market works, on how exactly graphs work. Okay, and then try to invest in such markets. All right, but yes, if you want to do it, if you want to start with 500, I say you can go with mutual fund. Okay, that's the best thing. All right, but it's gone to where? Nilesh, I'm not getting you. But it's gone to where? I mean, what went to where? Take a tip. Will you share the program file? I mean, this distributed wallet code, I'll share you, sir. Caller is the message sending. See, I told you it's sending to contract address. I told you na, smart contract has its own separate identity. Okay. So this is the okay, I'll show you. Right. If you guys can see here also, In distributed wallet, you can see something written as 0688. You can see here. See, I'll wait. See 0688, 0688. If I just copy it, and I paste it here, so this is the smart contract address. This is the smart contract address. Like I told you, that every smart contract you create, it's a separate identity. Okay, it's a separate identity. All right. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we have done right now. Now let's create a function to withdraw. We have created a function to deposit. Now let's create a function to withdraw. We have to now withdraw the money. Okay. Okay. Let's see it. Function withdraw. Here we have to take some value to withdraw. So I'll write uint underscore amount. Okay. Function withdraw and then public. Okay. Now you have to send it back. Oh no, I deleted the old diagram. Have you taken the screenshot? I'll go and try if I can get the old diagram. Yes, I'm really happy. Okay. Now, if you want, to get back these ether back to your token, then we use a function which is known as transfer. Okay, it's a transfer and it's also payable. So we have to again use a payable keyword here. Okay, so this is how we do. So now let's see. Function withdraw. Now, okay, what do you think is really important here when we talk about withdraw? Just visualize. Just visualize when you want that. Let's say when you withdraw money from ATM. Okay, so what are the conditions? What are the conditions do you think is really important here, guys? What do you think? I'll check the answer. What do you think? Just imagine. Just imagine. You are taking out. You have you have gone to ATM to withdraw money. Okay, so what do you think are the conditions? Okay, the condition that has to be fulfilled, then only you will be able to get your money. Just think. Just think. Pin. Okay. Pin. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? What do you think? Yes, the sufficient balance. Suppose I have 10,000 rupees, but I'm going to withdraw 20,000, so it will show error. So what you're doing? You only have 10,000. How can you withdraw 20,000? Okay, so this is really important to check if you are having a sufficient balance or not. Okay, so this is, we'll write it here. Now, instead of if and else, now we can apply if and else here. We can apply if and else here. Okay, so we are not using if and else here. This is some here we use something which is known as require. What you are required. I'll remove this thing. Okay, or I'll save this one. Saved, right? Yeah, I'll go here. So require, we write this. Where did my pen go? Yeah, we write require. Then we write if condition. Then here we write if condition. Okay, and if it is not meeting, then we write else condition inside the bracket, inside these semicolons. It's like a printed message, error handling kind of thing. So if I have to write require that the balances of the user, which is the owner or msg.sender, should be greater or equal to amount. Otherwise, say insufficient balance. Otherwise, reply insufficient balance. Okay, so this is if and else. This is if this condition is not getting met, then revert the message as insufficient balance. Okay. Okay. Now let's go. So what I'll write require that balances of the user of msg.sender should be greater or equal to underscore amount. Here I'm checking. I am having 10,000, but I'm trying to take 20,000. It will verify here that balances should be greater. But here we are not. 10,000 is less than amount, okay, which is 20,000. I've taken example. If this is not being fulfilled, then reply insufficient balance. Okay, insufficient balance. Now, why this is showing the yellow line? Because here we are not writing anything. We didn't do anything here. We didn't write anything. So it was saying why you have not mentioned pure view here. So that's the problem. But we will be writing. Okay. So as soon you write it, it will remove the error. Now what you have to do, you have to write transfer the, oh my God, what was it? No. How do we write it? Just got slipped from my mind. Transfer dot payable, nee, payable msg.sender dot, yeah, this is how we write. Payable, to whom it is payable? To msg.sender it is payable. Dot transfer. How much you have to transfer? The amount, which is underscore amount. Okay, so this is how we write. It could be wrong. It could be wrong. Okay, I'm just guessing it. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now, what's something missing here, guys? Can somebody tell me? It's one of the biggest vulnerability, one of the biggest error. Not an error. It will still work. But what do you think is a vulnerability here? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me? What do you think is something which is missing here right now? You remember I told you a concept of settlement and reconciliation between two banks. Suppose if I have 10,000 in my bank, I did UPI to, let's say, Dr. Vinod sir. Okay, now this is the responsibility of the bank to remove or to subtract minus 5,000 from my account. If the bank doesn't do it, if the bank doesn't do this settlement, so what will happen? I am able to send 5,000, still my account is showing 10,000. So I can send 5,000 again to someone. That means I am sending 10,000 rupees by just spending 5,000 rupees. That is known as double spending attack. That is known as double spending attack. That means we have to settle the amount as well. So how do we do it? Just do the subtraction. Just do the subtraction. Okay, so this is what we'll do. Once the payment is done, I'll write balances of msg.sender minus equal to underscore amount. If I'm having 20,000 rupees, I want to send to someone 10,000. So 20,000 minus 10,000. So 10,000 will be my balance now. Are you guys getting me what I'm trying to say? This is really, really important. Otherwise, you will be able to do double spend attack. You are able to, send 10,000 to someone, but still it is not updated in your account. So it's like it's like double spending. You spend 10,000 twice. Okay, one which is still in your account and ones that you have sent, and still it is showing the old balance. Okay, so that is known as settlement. So we did settlement here. We did settlement here. Any doubt? Just let me know. Yes, see, we are deducting this amount from the contract, but not from the balance of the user. Okay, so this is why we have to do the settlement. Just do the subtraction. I hope you guys getting it. Okay, now suppose if you create a function transfer, let's say a user wants to send 10 ether to, let's say, another user. So what you'll do? Nothing. Minus plus. In the senders one, you just do minus, and in the recipient you will just do the plus. This is what settlement is. This is what banks do. Any doubt, just let me know. Any doubt, I'll explain again. Anyone? Any doubt? Everybody understood what's the concept of settlement? Just minus and plus. Okay. If I'm sending, I'm having, let's say, 1 lakh rupees into my account. If I'm sending 10,000 to someone, so my bank should settle it by just by just subtracting 1 lakh from, sorry, by subtracting 10,000 from 1 lakh. So it will be 90,000. What if they don't do it? My bank will still show 1 lakh rupee. That's not a good thing. Okay. Because suppose if I see, oh my god, I am still having 1 lakh, I sent 10,000 to, let's say, to buy something which I really like. So that means I spent 20,000 by just spending 10,000. I hope it's clear. Okay, so this is what settlement is. All right, so this is what we are doing here. We have transferred back to the original account. But what about the balance of the user inside the smart contract? No, Dr. Vinod, we have a class on Monday as well. Okay, on Monday we will be covering topics like real world asset tokenization and then yeah, the DeFi concepts. Okay, and I think we have a test as well in the second half. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, on Monday? Okay, you have to go now. Okay. Okay, sir. I think you can see the recording. It's available on YouTube, so you can watch it from there. Sure, sir. Okay. All right. So what we have to do? Yeah, this is what we have done right now. Okay. Now I'll compile it. I'll cross the old one. Okay, I'll compile it. Now we have 59. We'll take only 10. Otherwise, it would be empty now. I'll do the deploy. Now you see we have withdraw as well. It's not showing any error. That means it's the right. Now suppose from 15 I just want to take 10 or let's say 20. Again 20. Now I'll do the deposit done. You can check the balance. It's this one. Okay. Now if you want to just see in the ether, just paste it here. You'll see 20. Now let's do the withdraw. So how much? If I try to do 30, okay, not 30, it will show in this manner. So I'll just copy it here. I paste it here. Now instead of 2, I just write 3 here. Now you see the error. Just focus here right now. See, you will see the error. As soon as I do withdraw, see, it will show error. What it's showing? Reason provided by the contract, insufficient balance. Insufficient balance. Okay. I hope it's clear. So I'll remove 3 and I'll just write 1 here. That means from 20, I just want to take 10. How we have 39 here? It would be now 49 again. Yeah. Now if I do withdraw, done, you will see it's 49. Now we have transferred back to the original account. Now if you want to check the balance, now you can check the balance. Okay, sorry, it will check that it's 1 now. Okay, it's 1, which is 10 ether. If we didn't applied this logic, which is minus, remove the settlement, it must be showing 2 again. I mean the 220 ether again, which is not the right thing. Okay. See, Solidity is so easy. Here we don't have to create data structures, those really difficult things. I'm really afraid of those things. When I was in college, actually I had an integrated degree BTech with LLB. So it was really hectic for me to study both engineering and law subject. But when this data structure came, oh my God, that the patterns we have to print, the linked list, oh my God, that was really difficult. Okay, so instead, I mean, as comparison, it's really easy. You just have to create a finance logic. Okay, just subtracting, addition. All right, so it's really easy. The Solidity is really easy, guys. Okay, see, we have created a contract. Okay, till withdraw. Now we are left with 3 topics here inside the smart contract, which is known as transfer. If I want to transfer this token to someone else. Second is transfer from. Very, very interesting topic, guys. Transfer from. Okay, very interesting it is. All right. So now let's take a 10-minute break and then we'll come back and create those functions. All right. I'm sending this contract to you guys. Just look at it. Okay. Blockchain is linked list. No, we cannot say it's a linked list, but yeah, we are listing two blocks together. So, but it doesn't come under the linked list. We're just storing the hash. Okay, but I guess I've learned it during, I think, data structure where that linked list is used to store hashes as well. So yeah, you can imagine in that way as well. Okay. I have sent that contract here. I mean, it's still incomplete, but just open Remix ID. Okay, paste it there and just go through it. If you find any doubt, just let me know. Okay, after 10 minutes. All right, we'll meet at, yeah, after 10 minutes. Right. Let's start now. I guess everybody's here. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I think we had seen the withdraw part as well. Now let's transfer. Now let's transfer. Okay. From user A to user B. Suppose from 05B to 0AB8. Okay. So this is what we'll see now. So I'll create a function transfer. Okay. See, this transfer and this transfer are different. Okay. This transfer I'm creating and this transfer is different. Okay. So let's keep it at capital T. It's not allowed, but I'm keeping it. Okay. Transfer. Again, you need some value to transfer. Also, you need someone's ID. If you want to pay someone UPI, so you need their number, or you need their number, or you need their UPI address, right? So you need their address as well. Okay, so this is what I'll add. You address. I'll keep it as recipient. Address recipient to whom I want to send. Public. Okay. Now I'll check my balance first. Suppose if I have 10,000 rupees, how can I send 20,000 to someone? Right? Right? So this is the condition I'll check. So I'll write require that my balance, I mean balances of msg.sender should be greater or equal to amount. Otherwise, reply. Otherwise, revert the message. Insufficient balance. Okay? Insufficient balance to send. All right. This is the first condition we have checked. Okay. All right. I think it's clear. Now, what we have to do? Nothing. Just do plus and minus. So what I'll do, of balances of msg.sender minus equal to underscore, it's not, yeah, it's underscore amount. Okay. Or in the balances of recipient, in the balance of recipient is equals to plus equal to underscore amount. I hope it's clear. It's underscore. Okay. So what I'm doing, I am subtracting minus amount. I mean minus. I'm just subtracting the amount from the balance of the sender, and I'm just adding the amount to the balance of the recipient. I hope clear the settlement thing. Okay, settlement thing. All right. So this is what we are doing here. Okay. Any doubt? Just now we created a function transfer. Very easy. It's very easy. Right? It's very easy. Okay. Now, this another concept, guys, which is known as transfer from. What is transfer from? Okay. What is transfer from? So for that, I'll need volunteers. Let's say we have, okay, I'll take Yusuf and let's say I'll take Pawan. Suppose I want to pay Yusuf amount of 10,000 rupees. Okay. 10,000 rupees. All right. Now, if I do it directly from Mantave to Yusuf, it's function transfer. What if I'm sick? What if I'm not well? I'm sick. So what I'll do, I'll approve Pawan to spend on my behalf. To spend on my behalf. So I'll ask Pawan, please take this 10,000 rupees and pay to Yusuf. So Pawan will take 10,000 rupees from me and it will give to Yusuf. Okay. So this is known as transfer from. Transfer from. Are you guys getting me? And this concept we have seen in various places. Can you guys tell me where have you seen this logic? Anyone? Okay. Have you done your mobile recharge using Paytm or let's say Google Pay. I think Google Pay don't say it, but have you tried paying your, or let's say recharge your mobile using your Paytm? So they have this option known as auto approval. That means that let's say you took a package of 1 month. Okay, so after a 1 month, okay, so Paytm, if you have allowed it, Paytm will do the on your behalf. So you don't have to do it manually again. Are you guys getting what I'm trying to say? That means you have allowed Paytm, okay, you have allowed Paytm to spend on your behalf. Are you guys getting me? Even even if you, let's say I bought Amazon Prime last year, so I think I did auto approval. That means now Prime will automatically deduct, okay, amount from my balance, from my account. So that is what approval is. That is what transfer from is. Are you guys getting me? Okay, so here we'll apply a mapping which is known as nested mapping. Nested mapping. Okay, let's see what it is. I hope it's clear. Is an example clear to everyone? Just let me know. Is example clear? On your behalf, example is clear. Pawan, Yusuf, and mine example is clear. Okay, just to tell, no, last method is not sufficient, because right now, if you see, Nilesh, when I'm doing it directly to Yusuf, I am the msg.sender, right? But when I said Pawan to do the transaction on behalf, the Pawan becomes msg.sender. Okay, and how will you approve Pawan? Okay, so this is what a transfer from an approval concept is. Okay, I hope it's clear. I hope it's clear. No, it's not clear. Okay, I'll take it. See, when I'm doing it directly to Yusuf, so who is msg.sender? Mantev is msg.sender, right? But what if I am not, sorry, what if I am sick? So now Pawan will do the payment from my behalf. So Pawan will become msg.sender now. Pawan will become msg.sender now, who will do a transaction on my behalf. Okay, and what's happening? Okay, yeah, I guess. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'll explain. Okay. Just focus it here right now. See, when I'm approving Pawan of 10,000 rupee, that is not Pawan's balance. That's not Pawan's balance. That is only a allowance given to Pawan. See, balance and allowance are different thing. If I'm having 10,000 rupees, that is my balance. But if I'm giving 10,000, let's say 5,000 to Pawan to spend on my behalf, that becomes allowance of Pawan. That doesn't become balance of Pawan. Are you guys getting me? Suppose Pawan have 10,000 rupees. I also have 10,000 rupees, but I gave 5,000 to Pawan to spend on my behalf and give it to Yusuf. That means Pawan balance is 10,000 only, but allowance is 5,000. Okay, balance will not become 15,000 now. 5,000 from month away. Allowance and balance are two different things. I'm giving you allowance to spend on my behalf. Are you guys getting me? Now you got Dinesh what I'm trying to say? No? Okay. Okay. What's your doubt exactly? What are we doing? We are creating a wallet. Okay, and we have to create two functions differently. One is from direct. Okay, let's say I'm doing the payment, or let's say I want to buy Amazon Prime, so I have visited their website, do the payment. So it's Mantave to pay Prime directly. What if I do auto approval? So what will happen that after 1 year expiry, Prime will automatically deduct. No, I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you. I'm not showing anything. I'm showing whiteboard, but I'm not showing. Okay, sorry. I'm what screen is visible to you guys right now? Nothing. Okay. Okay. Right now I'm not using whiteboard. I'm just telling you. Okay. See, you have two ways. You do it directly. You do it directly Amazon Prime after the 1 year expiry, or you just auto approval. That means you don't have to intervene now. Prime will automatically deduct money from your account. Okay, but that doesn't mean that it is Prime's balance. It is his allowance. It is his approval. It's its approval. Okay, so now I'm sharing my screen. Now see. So suppose Pawan was approved by Mantavya, who has given him, let's say, 5,000 rupees as a allowance. As a allowance. So that he can spend it and give it to whom? Give it to Yusuf. So this Pawan is whom? Pawan is address. Mantavya is whom? Mantavya is a address. And Mantavya is has given a value which is a UINT. That means we are creating a nested mapping. That is that this address is associated with this mapping. That this address is associated with this mapping. So that means Mantavya has given 5,000 to Pawan. Mantavya has given 5,000 to Pawan, or you can see this address is linked to this address which has given some amount to it or some UINT to it. Okay, and this concept is known as allowances, guys. This is known as allowances. I am giving Pawan allowances. It's not his balance. It's not Pawan's balance. It's his allowance. Okay, okay, now let's see it. Let's see it. Okay, now if I go here, I'll create another mapping, guys. This is for to check or to to store, or then you can see retrieve. Okay, balance of the user. Now what I'm creating a mapping of address to another mapping, which is mapping of address to UINT public allowances of So balance of and allowances are two different things, guys. Allowances are not balance. Balances are not allowance. Okay, allowance is just a approved money for someone who can spend on my behalf. Okay, balance is different. Suppose Pawan is having 10,000 rupees, I'm having 10,000. But I gave 5,000 as an allowance to Pawan. That doesn't make Pawan's balance as 15,000. Balance is still 10,000, but now allowance is 5,000. Okay? Okay? I think it's clear. Clear? Clear? Okay, it's clear now. All right. Now let's create a function to approve. Now I have to approve. I have to approve whom? Pawan. Let's see. So I will create a function. Function approve. Okay. Now what I'll take? I'll take address, and that is address is known as spender, who will spend on my behalf. So I'll call it as spender, not recipient. Recipient is different. And how much amount I want to give to Pawan. Okay, then I'll write public. Okay, now again I'll write the requirement. What is the require? That suppose I have 10,000 rupees. How can I give 15,000 as an allowance to Pawan? So this is something I have to check. So I'll write balances of msg.sender should be greater or equal to underscore amount, or if not, then reply insufficient balance For, yeah, insufficient value, that's enough. Okay. All right. Now, okay, what I'll do, I'll now approve it. So how will I approve it? Same thing. What I'll do, I'll write allowances of Pawan, which is whom? Spender, given by whom? msg.sender, how much? Plus equal to underscore amount. This is what I'm doing here. This is what I am doing here. Okay. Okay. I hope it's clear. Allowances of Pawan by Mantave is 5,000 rupees. You can read it in this way. Allowances of Pawan by Mantave is 5,000 rupees. All right. Now we created a function approval or approve. Okay. Now we create a function transfer from. Okay. Now when I say transfer from, now MSG is not Mantave, it's whom? It's Pawan. So you imagine I'm Pawan now. I'm Pawan. Okay, I'm not Mantave, I'm Pawan. Okay, so this will be done by me. Okay. So first I'll create function transfer from. Here what I'll need. Okay, now this is very important, guys. If Pawan is sending amount from my behalf, he has to specify owner's name or sender's name. So who is sender? Mantav is the original sender. Okay, but spender is Pawan. See, three parties: sender, recipient, and spender. Sender is the original party. Spender, who is paying on sender's behalf, and we have recipient. Okay, so transfer from address. Transfer from. Now Pawan has to specify my address. So he'll write address sender or the owner. Now UINT amount. How much amount he wants to send to Yusuf? I mean the Pawan. And what's the other thing? Public address recipient. Yes, I think spelling is right? Okay, no problem. All right, and then I'll write public. Again, the same thing. What are the conditions I have to check? First condition, that allowances of Pawan should be greater than the amount. Suppose I gave 5,000, but Pawan is sending 10,000 to Yusuf, so it will say, no, dude, you are not given this much amount. You are given only 5,000, not 10,000. Okay, so this is what we'll do now. Require that allowances of now who is msg.sender? Who is msg.sender? Spender. Or who is spender? Pawan. So his name will come first. If you see, spender is first. Spender means the third party, Pawan. But right now Pawan is msg.sender, so I'll write msg.sender. Now I'll write Mantave name, who is the sender. Okay, whose should be greater than underscore amount. Otherwise reply insufficient allowances. I hope it's clear. Okay. See, don't get confused here. You were thinking, sir, msd.sender was written second year, now it's written first year. See, the condition were different. Mantave approved it. So Mantave is the msd.sender in the first condition. Okay. But in the second condition, msd.sender becomes the original, the spender, who is Pawan. So when I was talking about approval, so spender, okay, I'll use Microsoft to make it more clear. See, who will approve? Mantave will approve it, right? Or who else will approve? Mantave will approve. So when I talk about approve function, so msd.sender is the sender. Who is the sender here? Mantave. Okay, and who is the spender? Yeah. Who is the spender? Spender is Pawan. But now when we talk about transfer from, so here msg.sender becomes Pawan now, because Pawan will do the payment to Yusuf, not Mantav will not do. If Mantav was doing it, so it was the normal transfer. Okay, now here msg.sender becomes the spender. Who was the spender? Pawan. And sender is Mantave. So see, nothing is changes. Spender is Pawan, spender is Pawan, sender is Mantave, sender is Mantave. The only thing is now msg.sender becomes the Pawan. I hope it's clear. Okay, so don't get confused here. Okay, now this condition is checked. Now what are the steps? What I have to do now? What I have to do? Now I'll see the answer in the chat box. What are the three important things now that I have to do here? I'll check the answer. Okay, the spelling was wrong. Oh, let me sorry. It's RECI. Can somebody tell me what's the remaining part of the code? It's really easy. Just do the settlement. Just do the settlement. Can anybody write in the chat box? What are the 3 steps? I'm giving you 5 minutes to do it. Write the logic. Write the logic, the remaining logic. It's only settlement. Just do it. I want to see. I'm giving you 5 minutes to do it. Sakshi, I have mentioned the link again. You can go through it. Some are just replying for attendance link. They're not. Yeah, but I want the actual syntax of it. Okay. The right one I will copy from the meeting chat and then paste it there. So write the actual syntax. There will be 3 syntax here. Okay. So I want that. That's why I've given you 5 minutes. I want answer from everyone. If you want some hint, you can see. You can check it from here. It shouldn't take so much time. 2 things are already same. Two more minutes to go. No one? Please do it fast. It's only 3-line code. See, it's easy. Yeah, I want the actual code, Nilesh. But this is missing. Something missing, Nilesh. This is only the 2 thing. Okay. What is this, Pawan? The between balance of? What is this thing? The first line and the last line is right. Okay. No, it's wrong actually. See, it's wrong. Balance of msg.sender. msg.sender is it's Pawan. पवन आप अपने अकाउंट से पैसा क्यों दोगे आप तो मंतव्य के अकाउंट से दोगे ना so you are msg.sender so it's not coming from your balance just remember you are approved. You are given only allowance. So that's not the right thing. Mantave's sender. So Mantave's balance should be deducted, not Pawan. Allowances of, yeah, Manasi, that's the right thing, but who is msg.sender spender? Both are the same thing. Spender is also Pawan, msg.sender is also Pawan. So instead of spender, it's sender. Mantavve. Mantav is the one, right? Manasvi? So it's msg.sender and sender, not spender. Okay? Spender and msg.sender is same here, which is Pawan. Alright? Now I'll show. Oh, okay. Now see. First thing, remove the balance. Remove the balance from Mantave. But Mantave is not msd.sender. He is the only sender. Okay, or the owner. So I'll write balances of sender should be minus equal to underscore amount. If you write msg.sender, it will be directly deducted from Pawan's balance, which you don't want. Pawan's balance should not be affected because Pawan is using just my allowance. Okay, it should not affect the Pawan's balance. Okay, now second thing, balance of its balances of recipient plus equal to underscore amount. Now last thing, like Manasvi said, allowances of Pawan, which is msd.sender. And who is the sender? Sender Mantavya. So minus equal to underscore amount. See, this is what we have to do here. Nothing more. All right. Now let's run this code. I'm compiling it. It's compiled successfully. Okay. Now let's assign something. Suppose this 05B3 is Mantavya. 05B3 is Mantavya. 0AB8 is let's say Pawan sir. Pawan, or the third is 04B2, which is let's say Yusuf. Okay. These are the three people. All right. I hope it's clear. Now let's run the smart contract. First, I should be having some amount. So I'm using way here, okay, for making the work easy. So I'm writing 4,000. 4,000. Now what I'm doing? I'm doing deposit. So Mantave, you can see it's 4,000 now. It's 4,000 now. Mantave's balance. Now suppose 2,000 I'll do directly to Yusuf and 2,000 using Pawan sir. Okay. So what I'll do? First I'll use transfer. So what I'll need recipient's ID. So what I'll do? I'll go here. I'll copy Yusuf's ID. I'll copy here. And then again I'll go to my address. And then again I'll go to my address. I'll paste it here. And the amount I want to give, let's say 2,000. Okay. And I'll do the payment. Payment is done. Now let's check the balance of Yusuf. Now I'm becoming Yusuf. I'm not Mantev, I'm becoming Yusuf. 04, as soon as I click 4B2, I am Yusuf now. Okay, now let's check. Now if I check the balance, see it's 2,000. Now this is Mantev to directly. This is msd.sender. Mantev's msd.sender will Pawan do. So first I have to approve Pawan. Okay, Pawan is not a random person. I know Pawan. Pawan is a credible person. I know him. We are friends. Okay. So what I'll do? I'll go to transfer. First, I'll go to my address. Okay. Okay. First, this is 0AB1 was the Pawan. So I'll copy. Then I'll go back to my address because I'm the MSD sender to approve him. Now, first I'll approve it. I'll pay spender's address, which is Pawan's address, and amount, which is 2,000. Now I'll do the transaction. Transaction done. Okay, very good. Now if you want to check, okay, we haven't created a function to check the allowances. Okay, now if you want to check the allowances of a person, so you can see it here. See, Now what you want two addresses here. First address is the spender one, and second is the mantavya's, which is msg.sender. So I'll copy here, I'll paste it here. So if you call it seats 2000, okay, that means Pawan is is given 2000 as a allowance. Now Pawan has to do the transaction, so that means Pawan will be the msg.sender. Now I am Pawan, guys. I'm not Mantav, I'm Pawan. Okay. I think I have copied my address. First I'll copy my address, then I'll become Pawan. Now I'll do transfer from. So what I'll do, I'll go to transfer from. First I will mention the sender name, which is Mantavyas, because Pawan is doing on the behalf of Mantavya. Okay. Amount, let's say I'm writing to 500 right now to show the error. And recipient, to show his recipient is Yusuf. So I'll go to Yusuf address. I'll copy it again. I'll go to Pawan. I'm Pawan now. Now I'll write, paste the address. Now I'll do the transaction. Now it shows the error. See what's the error? Insufficient allowances. I'll show you it more clearly. Insufficient allowances. Okay. Now I'll make it to 2000 only. Okay. Now if I do the transaction successful. Okay. Now let's check. If you check the allowance of, again, because the data is already fetched here. So if I call it seat 0 now, because all the allowances that Pawan got from Antev is not spent. Now, if you want to check the balance of Yusuf, now I'm becoming Yusuf. I'm becoming Yusuf again. So I'll go to Yusuf ID. Now I'll check the balance. See, it would be 4000 now. 2000 directly from Mantave, 2000 from Pawan sir on the behalf of Mantave. Now, if you want to check the balance of Mantave, now I'm becoming Mantave again. I'm becoming Mantave again. Okay. Now, if I check my balance, it's 0. Everything is spent now. Kangal, I am now. Okay. So this is what we have created, a distributed wallet system using smart contract. Okay. You created your own distributed wallet, guys. Clap for you. Okay. See, we have created the entire thing. All right. Now, if I show you the entire map of it, I already told you that if you, before writing the code, always design it. So how do we design? How do we design it? We create a box. I get really worried making these boxes. Yeah. First section is the contract name, which I have kept as a distributed wallet. Second space is for all the data the data variables we have taken. So we have taken mapping of what? Address to UINT, which is just the balance of. Then we created a mapping which stores what? Address to old mapping. I'm just writing app because I don't have space. I'm writing address as ADD, UINT, and which is allowances. Okay. Any other thing we have maintained in the local variables, I mean the state variables? Yeah, nothing more. Now, this is the second section. The third section belongs to all the function. So we created deposit function. We created what? We created view balance function. We created conversion also, na? Way to ether conversion. Then what we created? We created a proof. We created transfer. My space is consuming, so I'm writing here. So we got transfer from. We got withdrawal, withdraw. Okay, and there's another to view allowance, okay, which we haven't created, but this is the task for you guys, okay? View allowance. Okay, so this is what so it's the contract name we write here. Here we write all the variables and the data types. And here we write functions. Okay. I hope it's clear. You can take a screenshot of it and always write this thing. I'm writing always design before you code. Now, if you want to take a screenshot, just take it. I hope it's clearly visible to you guys. I know my writing, it's really poor. Taken screenshot? Now, any doubt? Okay, I'll send the remix file or I'll send the entire code. I don't know how to install. I have to download the entire file in a combo. Okay, what I can do, I'll create a notepad. Okay, and I'm just pasting it. Oops. I'm just pasting it there. Okay, and then I'm saving it. Save as distributed wallet.sol. I'll go back here in the chat box. See, I have attached it here. Okay, I think it's visible. Okay. Any doubt? Just let me know. Was it interesting? Okay, I'll upload it to LMA also. Okay. Any doubt, guys? Any doubt? I guess we'll be directly meeting. Yes, it was really interesting. Okay. And if we got time, I'll show you on how to create your own cryptocurrency. Now you know what transfer is, transferFrom is, balance, how to check balance, how to create approve. All these functions are same in ERC20, which is used to create our own fungible token. So now indirectly you have learned on how to create our own ERC20 framework. Okay. Or I'll show you in more depth. Okay, on Monday. We have a test too on Monday. Am I right, Sushmita ma'am? Is Sushmita ma'am here? Okay, yes, she's not here.
She left, she's having some network issue. So next session, I think day 15 will be on Monday only with the test.
With the test? Okay.
Yes.
Okay then, everyone. I think we are good to go for today. All right, and yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Till then, good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, student. I hope everybody mark the attendance. If not, I will share that once again. We can mark and we'll see you on Monday. Happy weekend, guys.